Hey guys, today we're going over my top 10 greatest finds in the wild. Alright guys, we're going to go over my top 10 finds in the wild, but first up, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, hit the notification bell, make sure to subscribe to the channel. You definitely want to hit that notification bell because I do drop content on Mondays and Thursdays, but sometimes I'll throw a little random 2, 3, maybe 4-minute video throughout the week. You also want that notification bell clicked on because I do go live for sales, auctions, and sometimes even some live unboxing, some mystery box unboxing. So do all that. I'm going to give you a second. Click that one. Yeah, the thumbs up. You want to do that. The subscribe button, notification bell. Good. We're caught up. Excellent. Now, we're going to go over my top 10 comic book finds in the wild. When I say in the wild, it means I went out and purchased collections from people. All right? 9 of these 10 books were purchased raw, which means they were ungraded. I had them graded and sent to CGC and came back. What we're going to do is go over the book, the grade, and what it currently GPAs at, what it's currently selling for. Doesn't mean I sold the book, doesn't mean I sold it for that much, doesn't mean anything. All right, some of these books were sold, some of them were traded, some of them I kept, so it doesn't matter. But I do want to go over some pricing with it because I know some of you guys have been asking about that. So, you ready? Let's go into it. Number 10, first book on the list, Amazing Spider-Man 129, found in the wild. Cleaned, pressed, off the CGC, came back an 8.5, which currently GPAs for $1,387. Not too shabby for number 10 on the list. Number 9 is actually the same book, Amazing Spider-Man 129, first appearance of Punisher, found raw, sent to CGC and back, came back a 9.0, which currently GPAs at $1,661. Those two books alone, over $3,000 between the two of them. Just barely over, but over $3,000. Next up, number 8. This is a beauty. I found Avengers number 4, which is the first Silver Age appearance of Captain America. This book was found raw, cleaned, pressed off the CGC, came back a 7.0 white pages. Now, the reason I say white pages is the page quality doesn't affect the grade, but it can affect the price because there are people that only want white pages, or that page quality is important. You'd get a little bit of a premium for a Silver Age with white pages over a Silver Age book with off-white to white, off-white. It's just a premium, a higher valued book, even though the grade's the same. Now this book, this first Silver Age appearance of Captain America, GPAs today at $2,350. And that's only our number 8 book. Going down a notch, let's go to number 7. Now, number 7, you guys, if you've been watching my videos, you've seen this book. You saw this book raw, and you saw this book opened up in an unboxing video. This is Giant Size X-Men number 1, first appearance of Storm, Colossus, Nightcrawler, second appearance of Wolverine. A great Bronze book, all right? Probably the 3rd best book of the Bronze Age. This book came back in an 8.5, which GPAs at $2,443. I'm going to put the link to these videos in the bio, or in the description, I apologize. So check those out too if you haven't already seen them. Number 6 on the list, another Bronze Age grail. This is Hulk 181, first appearance of Wolverine. This book was found raw, cleaned, pressed, off the CGC, came back in 8.0. Beautiful. GPAs at $3,657. Now, what I want to talk about with this book. If you find this book raw, you have to flip through. You have to make sure that Marvel value stamp is in there. All right? If that thing's not in there, it's going to just destroy the value. Okay? That's our number 6 book. Now, number 5 looks a lot like number 6. Also, you guys have seen it before if you've watched my previous videos. It's another Hulk 181, first appearance of Wolverine, except this one this grade came back at an 8.5, which GPAs at $4,015. It's nice. All right, a book that I think it's going to come down a little bit right now, but I do think there is room for that book to grow. That video will also be in the description. Number 4 on the list, another book you guys have seen before if you've watched my videos, another book that's going to show up in the videos in the description, X-Men number 1. purchased in a massive collection raw, off to CGC, cleaned, pressed, the works, comes back 3.5, which currently GPAs at $4,967. Incredible. Number 3 on the list is actually the first and only book on this list that was purchased graded. It was already graded when I bought the collection. He had 3 books that were graded. The rest were just raw. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 1, graded at the time at a 2.5. Now, currently GPA is at $5,432. When I got the book and I picked up that collection, I was deciding whether or not it was worth cracking it open because it was graded years and years and years ago. Cracking it open, getting it cleaned and pressed, and sent back to CGC for a regrade. What I ended up doing was purchasing the grader's notes, which you can do on CGC. I believe it costs like $8, and you use the serial number on the book, and they will tell you what the grader's notes are for that book. I got the grader's notes back. None of them had pressable defects. So a clean and a press may not have done anything, and I would have just wasted a bunch of money. So I ended up moving it at a 2.5. All right, and that book's come up a lot since I ended up moving it. All right, so number 2. Number 2 and 3 are kind of a coin flip. Number 2 is still in my personal collection. Number 2 is the most valuable book in my collection. Number 2, purchased raw, cleaned, pressed, and sent off to CGC. This is Batman number 16. First appearance of Alfred. This book, sent off to CGC, came back a 7.0 with white pages. Now, it's hard to GPA this book because there's not a lot of that book being sold left and right. So in 2017, last time it was sold in this grade, sold for $4,200. That was over 2 years ago. It's wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities. It wouldn't be out of. It's a shot that this book could price somewhere over $5,000 to $6,000 today. That page quality, white pages, is so important on a Golden Age book because it's very rare. Now, you can go to CGC and you can check the census. So when I say census, I mean they actually keep track of all the books they graded, and they tell you how many were graded in each grade, signature series, restored, everything you can find out. Batman number 16, graded at a 7.0. There are only 12 copies in the world graded higher than a 7.0. That's why this is number 2 on my list. This book is beautiful in my personal collection because if you know me, you know I'm a Batman collector. So this is up there. Now our number 1 here. I'm going to talk about this book real quick. The number 1 on the list. When I moved this book, it did not GPA for what it's GPAing right now. Okay? This is Fantastic Four number 5. First appearance of Doctor Doom. Bought the book raw. Sent it to CGC. It came back a 6.0 white pages restored. Restored. That's horrible. That instantly cuts the value in half. Now, the restoration on the book, even though I didn't see any, was a small amount of glue on the spine. Okay, the good thing about that restoration is you can have it removed. All right? If the book was trimmed, you're kind of screwed. You're stuck. But little glue on the spine, you send it back to CGC, or I should say you send it to CCS, which is a CGC company, and they'll remove the restoration. Sometimes they can actually remove the glue. Sometimes they'll just cut a little piece of the book off if there's color touch or a little glue on the spine. Regardless, sent it back to CCS. They remove the restoration, goes to CGC for a grade, comes back, goes from a 6.0 restored to a 5.5 blue label, still white pages, which it should have always been, but sometimes you see it changes. Now that book, again, this book did not GPA at this price when I moved it. Today, Fantastic Four number 5 and a 5.0 GPAs at $8,999. $9,000, okay? My top 10 finds in the wild, pretty extraordinary. And one more time, those GPAs that we talked about are today, not when those books were either sold or traded off, all right? They've gone up, all right? I did not get all those values for this. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, guys, hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping content. Okay, stuff's coming twice a week minimum. I think that's all I've got. Keep an eye out for auctions and live sales. I'll always let you guys know. I'm not just going to pop up all of a sudden and say, okay, live sale time. Here goes an auction. You will have plenty of notice ahead of time. All right, so thanks so much. I appreciate you even watching this video, and I'll see you later.